What's going on, guys, and welcome back. As Season 1 begins, we say goodbye to Season 0's in at the Marvel Rivals Championship Grand Finals. We've got a premier matchup today of Nightmare, Rank 1, the favorites, winner of the past 3 tournaments, hosting some of the best players in the game versus a lesser-known team, the underdogs, the Mutants, who are no stranger to competitive play. They got 3rd in the beta, and they got 1st in the alpha tournaments. And this group comes together from console Overwatch, a group of friends that learned mouse and keyboard just for this game. And that's where we pick up today in the grand finals, a best of 7 matchup where I'm going to highlight a couple rounds from this championship. Now, Nightmare did claim match 1 on the Royal Palace, which is where we pick up at match 2, the convoy map, Yggdrasil's Path. So we pick things up today in the pick and ban phase, guys. We have Nightmare in blue, Mutants in red, with Mutants banning Star-Lord, which is a bit of a tip of the cap to Super Gomez and how well he does play the character, as we see Nightmare banning Hela and saving their first hero, which is going to be the Hulk. Obviously, Hogs' best character. Excited to see that today. Mutants will be going with the save for Loki, which is definitely a rare pick. As a Loki main myself, love to see that, and excited to see Harvey. And what I've heard is a really good Loki player. Iron Man being banned, obviously, to counter that Hulk pick, and Luna being banned to counter the Loki pick. If you don't play Loki, him copying the support ultimates, especially the best one in the game in Luna, is insane. 24 seconds of invincibility is something you have to stop, and we see that with Nightmare putting a firm ban on the Luna. Now, if we look at the matchups here, nothing jumping out as far as Nightmare outside of Aramori usually playing Mantis, and Super Gomez, now that he can't play Star-Lord, has to hop to the Psylocke. Vinny going Venom to match it. Hogs, we have Delana as a Psylocke. Afrasy is going to be Wolverine, which should spell a little trouble for the double tank lineup that we do see Nightmare have. And, you know, there's the Aramori pick for Mantis, which I thought for sure Mantis was going to be what she goes to. Rocket Raccoon was just the initial building up the armor. We actually see both teams doing that. So SJP probably going to swap as well. And listen, Mutants can't let this get out of hand. 2-0 in a best of 7 is just going to lead to a snowball, as I'll refer to. And things just get a little bit more pressured and nerve-wracking. And here we go, Nightmare on defense first. And we start with Rymazing. Some would consider one of the best DPS players in all of Rivals. Trying to get some early poke damage there. Moon Knight versus Loki is a good matchup for Moon Knight most of the time, unless used on the Runestone, can spell trouble. We do have Afrasy going immediately for the kidnap over to Doctor Strange. Gaslin's in trouble right off the bat in enemy territory, trying to float out. We do have Adam Warlock healing and protecting them, but a tough start with low health as Rymazing getting some early damage. Vinny hopping up to put some pressure there as we go to Harvey and Cloak and Dagger in the back line. Now, Delana does get the early pick on Hogs. Massive 6v5 advantage now at this point for Mutants. And they're going to have to play a bit more conservatively, trying to hold this point, as Rymazing already has that ult on lock, and he get a couple picks to even the comparisons. We do. Rymazing getting both SJP and Wolverine. And now things a bit more of a fair fight here, as Delana is going to be doing some poke damage, and Harvey still playing a bit back as that Loki. Now, definitely what we've got a 2 down for Mutants, 1 down for Nightmare, allowing them to set back up a bit. Afrasy win from that Wolverine early pick for the kidnapping. Now to Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, who also is good against flanking and can use that hook to get people in. Harvey is going to be copying that Cloak and Dagger. The main strategy, it looks like, for Mutants, going in with the ultimate right away. Delana following that up with the ultimate from Psylocke. But we do have Aramori getting that ultimate for Mantis to protect everybody. Things are transcending right into chaos right away as TTK gets the pick on Karava, but does have his passive to get that res, which he is popping right off the bat to help out the team. Rymazing and Delana going at it here as Rymazing gets the pick, but not after Afrasy gets 2-3 picks, Vinny a pick, Harvey a pick, and just like that, Mutant wipes out all of Nightmare very quickly after the res, and what was that pick on Delana was not enough, and we have our first quick point going over to Mutants, which is definitely important on this map. Get to this point of the map, have them spawn far, set up, and get ready for this second fight here. Now, it looks like ult-wise, Vinny, SJP, and Dagger have their ultimates. Gasklin does have that huge and powerful S-tier Eye of Agamotto. As Vinny's hopping in, trying to get some pressure right away, gets the ultimate off on it. Looks like 4 of them, and Harvey with a triple kill off the basic primary left click of the Loki. Massive as Vinny follows up with the 2. So just like that, they reset, didn't matter, and look at that. Mutants back looking healthy and on top as they're going to probably push this point, if not all the way. Most of it looking really good for Mutants at this point to get this cap. But not if anything Gaston has to say about it. Getting that portal in, going to see if they can contest it. There's 3.7 meters left. Pops in, gets the eye off. A huge eye at that. Hogs falls up on the kill on SJP. This is looking like a crucial fight for Nightmare. They have to try to get this if they want any stop in momentum. Carva gets the pick. Gaskin gets a pick on Delana, and Vinny goes down. Oh, Aramori getting 2 kills, and what looked to be really the advantage going to Mutants on that second push massively, might I say. Nightmare was able to slow things down and really get things going again. And I'm shocked. I can't believe they were able to flip that. Now, Harvey and Afracy do have their ultimates. None right now for Nightmare except Rai Amazing about to get his for Moon Knight. Hogs looking for maybe a pick here in the back line on the supports. Healing up with Loki, playing a little bit on the safe side here. We'll see who uses the ultimates first. We have a big hook on Hogs. Hogs trying to get out of there from the Afracy as they're starting to get a bit more aggressive now. Starting to push in. Rai Amazing trying to get some poke damage. Harvey healing everybody up behind that rock as coverage. Kind of a interesting strategy there to make sure they can get some health from, obviously, Moon Knight up on top there. Vinny trying to put some pressure on the Moon Knight so he doesn't have free reign, but Rai Amazing does get his ultimate off. Delana pressuring him. Rai Amazing does get the kill on Harvey and secures Delana kill. Super Gomez takes down Afracy. Rai Amazing finishes off Vinny, the 2 MVPs for Team Nightmare. Get it done with 4 kills in total, make it 5 for Rai Amazing. And Gaskin also getting a clean pick, making it a wipe for Mutants and a shift, more importantly, in momentum, guys. That's what this game's all about. Minute 30 seconds left to what looks like an easy cap as Mutants now has to reset and figure out how they can use what they do have available, which is a Magneto ult and a Harvey ult for Loki to get the rest of the push on. They've reset. They're back where they are. We do have that Loki ult, and it is a Magneto trying to go for a pick here. Super Gomez putting some pressure on. Delana getting the kill. And now we have both Gaskin down, but 1 support down. Aramori going in with her ultimate. She does secure the kill on the all-powerful Afracy DPS. And we have a trade in Psylocke as Delana does take down Super Gomez. Ults are flying as TTK throws another mag ult, trying to get the pick. Hogs takes down Delana. Delana takes down Carava. And Rai Amazing goes down as well. Now, the passive is probably up for Adam Warlock. There it is right there with the ultimate. So just immediate pressure after pressure. And we'll see if they're able to hold for the rest of these 27 seconds, or can Mutants get the push? Can the David beat the Goliath on this part of the map here? Rai Amazing does not land the ultimate. Delana does get Rai Amazing in return. We've got an Eye of Agamotto coming out, but not secured. And Sofa Gomez getting the kill on Afracy. Aramori rising up, and Vinny getting the kill on Carava. So it's about even at this point, but looking like it's going to be a tough stall here from Team Nightmare. SJP takes down Aramori. Hogs goes down as well. So at this point, it's all but Mutants point to cap. Trying to solve as best they can. TTK getting a kill on Gaskin. Carava poking in and out of a portal. Don't know if it was on purpose or kind of stuck on the point there. And Super Gomez, unfortunately, cannot stall the payload anymore while in that Psylocke ultimate. Afracy quickly going to Wolverine. Back and forth from Bucky. We have a Wolverine in the cave here in nice, tight, confined quarters. And trying to make room for that early push to get around this quarter and get things going. And they only have a minute, about a minute and 7 seconds to get the cap here. Not easy. No mistakes can be made here for Mutants if they want to get 3 points on this first convoy map. Harvey healing everybody up. We have 4 ultimates online there for Mutants, and we're seeing them now. We've got the ultimate from Loki, and Afrasy goes absolutely ferocious, getting a 5-piece as Wolverine, the biggest Wolverine ult I've personally seen, and I've been on the other side of those, but not a 5-piece. Afrasy absolutely clutching up nearly an ace, and was an ace with a little bit of help to massively get huge payload advantage. They're almost there at the end of the point at this point. We've got ults coming from Aramori. They're trying their best now to stall this thing. They only have 16 seconds before they have to get the push in, and we hit overtime. TTK takes down Gasklin. It's a bit pressured, but Nightmare does have spawn advantage right now. Aramori goes down to Delana. Harvey takes down Caravas. Both supports are down. Delana takes down Super Gomez. It's looking pretty bad for Nightmare. Amazing does get it. We get the Carava ultimate to get everybody back, but with low health as he instantly gets picked by Vinny and Afrasy. And just like that, what a crazy minute. And there must have been 20 ultimates, and 5 of those kills going to Afrasy for a major push, getting the 5-piece and really helping get that around that corner. Even with the spawn help, there just was a little too late. The ultimates that Mutants had online was able to keep them down. So a huge victory to what looked decidedly like Mutants at the first half, Nightmare in the second, and the third half, that doesn't make sense, but the third bit goes over to Mutants. So we're going to see if they're changing anything up here, as Nightmare desperately wants that 2-0 start. And doesn't look like they're changing much strategy up here as we hop right into it. We're skipping the wait phase. And here we go, Nightmare on offense. Let's see what kind of strategy they cook up, and let's see what Mutants has to say about hopefully getting a win for them on this convoy. Hogs taught me a lot about taking that back flank in the Hulk guide we put up, and we see him taking that back route, trying to probably get an early pick or pressure on the supports there. We see 3 Loki decoys down, and that dagger pushed up a bit. We'll see which one he decides to go after, as Gaskins trying to make his way forward. Mutants playing it a bit safe here, not trying to get anything too crazy going. And TTK putting that pressure on that Gaston as well. Super Gomez does take out SJP, the support. Super Gomez getting huge support picks early. Afrasy struggling a bit as Gaston does get the kill there. And Harvey just trying to heal up the rest of the team, as we are now on a big disadvantage for Mutants, having to pull back massively and giving up most, if not all, the point over to Nightmare. Right, Mason finishes off Vinny, so you got more staggering going on a tad bit. Always want to try to avoid that here at top play. And Mutants trying to regather themselves, probably trying to decide if they go in. Amazing has him right where they want him. He's got the Moon Knight grouped up and the zoning ult there to not let them get through. Super Gomez in the back. Aramori, pretty much everybody back into this fight. We might have one more team fight before this point is capped. We have SJP throwing out the cloak and dagger ult, something to stand on. They have pretty much unlimited health as they're fighting desperately to hold this point from Nightmare to get it. This is a huge hold if they can pull it off. Delana takes down Carava. Hogs takes down, say, SJP, so we have a trade in supports. But Carava does get to rise, and Amazing unlocks a kill as well. Super Gomez is watching Delana get her Psylocke ult off, trying to finish him off, and does successfully. And we have Amazing trying to get some of that. Harvey trying to heal up the team, trying to keep things at bay a little bit here. And Afrasy is going to use that ultimate yet again, and Afrasy is on absolute fire as Logan, the one they call Wolverine, with another 2-piece and putting that pressure on massively. Amazing trying to get back into the fight here, into their kind of safe cove building. And Afrasy trying to go for yet another pick. We do have 2 Eyes of Agamotto, so big team fight potential coming up. Amazing and Carava lock and loaded with their ultimate as well. And they're, man, I mean, I thought that point was all but lost, but they were able to push it back. Mutants with that 2-piece hit from Wolverine. Vinny going in with the ultimate as well, but the whole Nightmare team looks back, concentrates, fires. Delana goes down. Vinny is trying to escape with his life. We've got our first eye coming out as well from TTK, followed up by a Super Gomez ultimate to try to counter that pressure a little bit. Gaskin should be using his eye right about now. And there it is into the Moon Knight ultimate. Constant ultimates being comboed here by both teams as the supports look to just try to get out of there. But hey, they held it before. Can they do it again? Powerful runestones healing up the team with all those Moon Knight Crescent darts, easily getting that healing. As we've got a Cloak and Dagger copy from Loki, but he dies within the ultimate, and Gaston takes out Vinny as well. That Loki is down. It's looking like Nightmare might be able to get this, but time is running out. Only 15 seconds remain for the first point, might I say. So they got it, but strong showing. Very strong showing, clearly, from Team Mutants on that first point hold. Super Gomez trying to get a little bit of scouting here. He's going to back away. Doesn't see any supports coming from there. Hogs is going to follow. They're getting nice pressure as Karava does ride that point and pushes that forward. Bringing that team fight out. Afrasy goes for the ultimate again, but doesn't look to secure the kill. Trying to go up for the follow-up. Has to get out of there quickly. Amazing seems like he has an ultimate every 5 seconds. Pops his. Karava pops his ultimate, but not before Delena is able to get her ultimate off. Gets the kill on Amazing. Afrasy goes for Hogs and secures that kill. And Super Gomez now trying to Psylocke ult back. We have this momentum push back and forth with Psylocke ultimates as SJP goes down, having a rough time against Super Gomez's Psylocke. Afrasy has it all over Gasklin. I mean, completely ripping Gasklin up with the Wolverine pick. As we're about halfway through the point here, minute and 30 seconds left. Let's see if they can finish off this final push for the second point of 3 in this convoy matchup. Super Gomez does get the pick. Delena takes down Amazing. Huge slowdown there. As Hogs is going to go for the Harvey pick, the support pick. Delena says, not if anything I have to say about it as well. And puts the pressure on. Aramori gets a kill on Vinny, and Wolverine making his way back to point. And we have yet another copy, it looks like, from Harvey for Cloak and Dagger to get the purple goo out on the field. TTK going for a massive Eye of Agamotto, seeing if he can land it down. Only needs to land really one to secure the victory and slow down any hope of redeeming. We have Aramori popping her ultimate, putting that pressure going and taking the fight. 2 mutants here. Super Gomez has another Psylocke ult, which is insane, followed by the Gasklin ultimate and the pop. SJP goes down. They take the majority of mutants down. For this last point, we're going to see if Vinny is able to hang on there. Nope. Karava with the snipe from Adam Warlock, what he does best as the character. And looking like we're going to get ourselves the second point. Nightmare is going to make it. Can mutants hold them from the tie? That's what we have to see. Afrasy has that Wolverine in the cave. We saw the 5-piece last time. It's where he's comfortable. And here we go. They've got about 30 seconds more than mutants did. So that's, obviously a good chunk of time to get this payload in. It can't make a lot of mistakes, right? Doesn't matter how many kills you get. It matters when you get them. Hogs lined up for those support picks yet again as Amazing gets the pick on that Cave Wolverine. Karava setting up the resurrection, getting Amazing back to the fight. We now take the POV of Amazing here and seeing if he can get a couple picks. Grapples up, has them grouped up right where he wants them, and he's got the Moon Knight ultimate. Can he get a couple picks? Backs down with them putting pressure on. Super Gomez goes for his side of the picks, does secure it on SJP. We have TTK coming down with the eye and lands a massive Eye of Agamotto there on the majority of Nightmare. With time getting lower and lower here, Vinny takes down Gaston and Karava in the same breath, with Aramori and Karava coming back with that passive, but the passive is gone. That is important to note here on the final push. We're getting close as Nightmare is trying to make their final pushes in. We have a lot of ultimates with mutants as Afrasy goes down with the Wolverine kill, kills Karava. One of the supports slows them down massively. Nightmare has to reset. 13 seconds left to prep up for what is going to be an absolute crazy overtime. We do have a Venom ultimate and Amazing's ultimate for Team Nightmare. Nothing so far in mutants. We have a couple of those ultimates online. Looks like Hogs is going to do his half-health ultimate now, followed by the Moon Knight. placed strategically to where they might retreat, but the Loki runestones keep them afloat, and Harvey trades, kills the Hogs. Aramori trades the Venom. Both Venoms down. Super Gomez trying to get that pick on the supports and does land it. Rymazing taking down Harvey. Both supports are down. Delana does kill Rymazing in return and Super Gomez. So we have pretty much a fair fight, but the spawn is so much closer for them. Gaskin getting a double kill. Things are looking good for Nightmare if they can get this last person off the point. 4.42 meters, but not a lot of room to give for the overtime clock. It's close, and they're trying to stay on the point, but Psylocke pushing them backwards. Rymazing trying to get some damage in. Not a lot of people left on the point. They've got to watch that. There's only a sliver left on the payload as they move forward there. Have that Mantis ult, trying to get some type of a pick to get that momentum back. No ultimates online for either team as Carafa swapped to Jeff, probably to get back to point as quickly as possible. Nobody's on the point. The point is done, and Mutants tied the score 1-1. It was a 3-2 game. We need to see, let me pause this. We need to see another view, bird's eye here, of them getting off this point. So you can see here, obviously, capped there for Nightmare, but there's just too much damage. Wasn't really a C9 as much as it was just overloads of damage, zoning ults from a fantastic damage job back and forth from Delana. And I gotta say, really, that Psylocke impressed me there for Mutants. Harvey as well, the Loki clutch runestones. This is gonna be a good series, guys, as it's 1-1. Now, with that insane game, we're tied 1-1, and we're gonna skip ahead to match 5. Now, match 3 did belong to Nightmare, but match 4, Mutants did take the win, so we're at a deadlock 2-2. We pick things up at round 5 with domination. Alrighty, guys, we head into round 5, 2-2. Skipped ahead a bit. Again, let me know if you guys want me to cover all these in the future, as we got our pick ban phase. And Hella being banned, obviously, from Nightmare, giving the first not only pick, but save for Team Mutants as they get rid of that Star-Lord yet again. I love that Super Gomez is just known as the most fearsome Star-Lord in the game. Luna being saved from them, which is pretty big, opens up her ultimate and obviously the Loki copy. They're probably going to ban Loki here if I were to guess, and Mutants probably going to ban Iron Man. We're going to see both teams countering each other's save. There it is, and we're going to be heading into what I would assume Iron Man ban. And there we go. Got to stop that team up being one of the best in the game. So domination, haven't seen this yet. We watched Convoy before. Going to be interested to see how these teams tackle this and if their team comps are going to change at all. Looks like for the majority of players, they're all going to stick with what we saw on the Convoy map outside of SJP, trading Cloak and Dagger for Luna, and Harvey's going to go with Cloak and Dagger. When he doesn't play Loki, looks like that's what he plays. Super Gomez not doing Psylocke this time around, but Wolverine, excited to see that with Rymazing flirting with the idea of Namor with all that synergy that Luna carries. First game I've ever witnessed that Carafa is not playing Adam Warlock. That synergy's too good to pass up. Can never pass up a Luna not being banned, or in this point saved. And, you know, Mutants have got to be feeling pretty good, right? They've tied up the series at, you know, one point. It was definitely looking a lot tighter than it is now. And Aramori is the Raccoon, getting those armor packs out. We expect the swap. And it looks like Hogs is going to be playing Hulk, which I'm pumped to see. Psylocke for Super Gomez. He's gone out of what we thought could have been a Wolverine play. And really, Rymazing swapping to Moon Knight as well. They've all swapped from what they had. But I'm here to see Hogs and what he can do. Love to see him with the Hulk. All right, we have Gaskin opening it up with a TP. Probably going high ground. We've seen this before from the team. They are going high ground, trying to take it. And we also have Mutants going high ground. The fight starts immediately, and things are right into the action. Rymazing instantaneous just gets rid of Harvey from the beginning of the fight here. And SJP, Rymazing getting 2 picks on both supports, make it 3 on Vinny. Super Gomez, what a cleanup job from Team Nightmare. Hits the series tied 2-2 and is now pushing towards the point a little bit, as that was a pretty clean first attempt on the point. Obviously, point going to Nightmare, and it starts to cap here, and they are going to be pressure spawning a bit. Kind of a hard map to get past the spawn. Not a lot of corridors to get past some main alleyways. So they look to lock those down as TTK and team look to reset. Afrasy is on that Bucky, trying to maybe get a hook here. And they're starting to push in here from the top side. Harvey getting that healing in as best he can. We have ultimates getting close for Super Gomez and Rymazing. Hogs punching and Hulk smashing, getting that pressure best he can as well. And Rymazing right there with the instant ult. Harvey going down, not as Loki, cannot Runestone, cannot protect from Rymazing's ultimate as Hogs is going in deep into the spawn. We've got healing coming from Karava and Afrasy trying to hide behind the pillar, but does get picked up. Delana trying to get some damage in as well. Maybe a pick, but can't land it. And Karava taking down SJP. So right now, pretty firm lead, I would say, for the domination side of Nightmare. 60% up on the point with all the momentum towards and against the Mutants. Super Gomez yet with another tank pick. And Mutants here are going to have to reset. We have Afrasy going to Namor, trying to match what has been really brutal so far. Maybe get a little bit of that turret synergy. Super Gomez trying to find Delana there. Does get a couple hits off as the team's going to be pushing in here on the right side, trying to find any way to get to that point. 86%. They've got to find a path as Vinny is going to take the path less traveled on the right side. Hogs pushing in on the support, does get CC'd, going crazy with the whole Karava, keeping the point at bay as Vinny is going for the point and attacking Karava. A lot of ultimates online for both teams. We're about to see a ton pop off here as Aramori does ult but goes down to Delana getting a 2-piece. Make it 3 for Afrasy on Gasklin, but there is a revive and the Hulk ultimate to flip. Look at the kill feed to flip the tide. Too much to call out at once. Hogs, Aramori revives outside of Delana getting a kill. It was a massive swap in what looked to be probably Mutant's point. Super Gomez is following up Hog's kill on Afrasy, trying to get rid of this Vinny. And I thought for sure that was about to be a flipping point, but not even close. Gasklin comes in, thought that was the other strange portal. Probably would have saved that, but I guess he was out and didn't know. So that does mean that we probably will see a portal on Stellar Spaceport from Team Mutants. And man, that was a rough match. I mean, really, Mutants never got a chance to set up and get themselves ready to go there. So they got to feel pretty good from that. Nightmare, obviously, pretty much executed to perfection. Ultimates, though, do carry over in domination. TTK, Harvey, Afrasy keep theirs. Gasklin has his. But the TP means the fight will be brought most likely to Nightmare. Rocket's getting those armor packs in. If you guys don't know, again, be Rocket early, get your team boosted up, then you can swap to supports, and those boosts do stay the same. It's cool to see Cloak and Dagger played at this level. The dash, the extra dash, and cooldown in Season 1 is going to be massive for that character overall. And here we go. Expect to see TTK portal in to start, and that is exactly what we see. As they bring the fight to Nightmare, Gasklin used that teleport at the end of the last fight, can't do so. And here we go. Let's see if they can capitalize just like what was happening to them on the first point. Put this pressure into spawn, push them back. It's working. Psylocke, Rymazing, head back, try to get with the team, but they do have this side corridor that they can go down. A little bit different as we see Mutants step back to point, get a firm foundation. Hogs jumping out as Hulk, though. Invisibility going for Moon Knight. We do have that ultimate. Zoning ultimate for Moon Knight, but does not get a pick, surprisingly. Nightmare was able to step out. Super Gomez, 76% to ultimate. And Gasklin does have that eye. We'll see if that pops out as well. All right, right now, 12% going to Mutants. Looking like they have a better grasp at the point on this round. Gasklin is going to push in here. We have a Strange v Strange, and the pressure is on, and the first major team fight is happening. Ultimates all online for Nightmare. They have every single one of them. TTK has his, uses his right away. We have SJP using the dance as well, trying to get any picks. TTK taking down Gasklin. The tank going down yet again. Karava with the big res as always, as Super Gomez cleans up not one, but both supports. And hey, let's make it 3. And take down the Strange as well. Tough when you've got a whole team of ultimates to deal with. Bit of a weird Hulk ultimate. Maybe was trying to sustain the point, but did not get to. Vinny now is going to be staggered a bit unless he can get back safely. Carver putting the pressure in. Aramori does take down Vinny, so that stagger did happen. And here we go. Aramori and team setting up for the spawn, keeping everybody afloat. We've got them somewhat spawn camping yet again. Vinny going forward. Harvey trying to push forward with the team. Does have that ultimate. The dash to try to give themselves something to fight on. Really hard to kill characters. Going towards the point there. Putting some pressure both damage and healing wise. But Aramori popping her ult. We do see TTK or Gaston popping their ult and Rymazing theirs as well, but no kills to show for it. They back up. Point, though, is 56% now towards the enemy, and we have both Silex going at it. Delana trying to fight Super Gomez. Gomez escapes and does his ultimate, taking down Harvey and SJP go down. Both supports down. Vinny takes down Super Gomez. Karava takes down TTK, and at this point, there's only 3 of them left. They've got to flee, yep, to the point, try to get some health. It's looking rough, 74% to 49. Fight's not over. They can still pull together, get a team wipe, and win. They don't have a lot to work with. TTK and Delana, though, that's enough ults to definitely get a wipe, as Hogs is the only ultimate online, with Caravas quickly to follow. Hogs jumping in, trying to stall. Does go Giant Hulk mode. Monster Hulk. They only need this to win the whole game. But Delana getting the double piece on both supports, but I think their passives are on cooldown. Aramori does come back. Super Gomez trading with the support. Luna does not have the revive. Caravat does have the revive. Outside of Super Gomez, there's just, I mean, Nightmare just keeps popping up. Caravat does die again to Delana, making sure he does not get to see the end of this point. Hogs taking down a kill. Gaston taking down TTK and trading with the Strange. 99%. Can Vinny try to push some pressure here? Gonna be tough with everyone focused on him. Rymazing takes down the only last support, and Vinny goes down, and just like that. Honestly, tough game for Mutants, man. Nightmare definitely showed up there massively, making it 3-2. Nightmare only needing to win one more to secure the grand finals here. And that was, man, domination can snowball that quickly. Just able to get the spawn push in. Nobody missing. They're locked in. And look at that, man. Super Gomez with the MVP. And with that, guys, the favorites Nightmare go up 3-2. And you would think we're going to go to the next match, but we're actually going to skip to round 7, because that's right. Mutants did pick up the win in round 6, and it is now tied up 3-3. So the next one wins the whole championship. All right, so here we go, guys. Final matchup. This is for it all. This is for the Season 0 Grand Finals. Quickly, guys, if you do want me to cover the entire matchup in the future, let me know. It'll be a long freaking video, but would love to do it. Plan on doing these casting videos about once a week. Good feedback and just fun to find these matches, finding new players, loving Team Mutants here and what they have to offer. If you guys don't want to miss out on that, a good chunk of you guys that watch every single day are not subscribed, so hit that now. One click for you helps me out massively. Let's jump in, though. Here we go. Last match. Can Nightmare keep the throne? They say you come for the king, you better not miss. They're going to see if they can hold on to it. Mutants, though, feeling good. They got the Hulk ban on Shin Shibuya. That's Hog's favorite on this map. And they get the first save, which is probably going to be Loki this time around. It is. They're able to keep Loki alive, and we kind of know the rest from here, right? We don't know the protect here. It does go to Adam. I thought maybe Star-Lord here. But with it going to Adam, do they ban? Who do we think they're going to be banning here? Luna's gone. We don't have the double Loki ultimate. They have to get rid of that. But who's the last ban? Could it possibly be Star-Lord with the passive? No, it is Aramori. They're tired of the supports coming back. And there we have it. Aramori, this Mantis is all I know she plays, really. So I don't know who she's going to flex to. Obviously, Rocket to begin with, I guess. Thinking about Cloak and Dagger. We do have Delana on Star-Lord, interesting enough. Afrasy on Wolverine. He's been playing him so good, so we're going to see more of it here in the final. Guys, this is it. These teams have played so many teams to get up to this point. It all comes down to one last match. 3-3. What more can you ask for? All right, so we see our lineups here. Hogs going Venom, Vinny on Venom as well. Afrasy, as pointed out before, is on Wolverine. And Aramori now, I've saw it maybe on Loki. Looks like she's going to settle on Cloak and Dagger. I don't think Nightmare was expecting the ban on Mantis. That's going to put a big shift into plans there, as Karava does get his Adam Warlock, though. Right, Amazing is going to be taking over Star-Lord duties, which is surprising, but I thought for sure Super Gomez would go that route, but nope. It's going to him, and we've got the team setting up on High Point. This is typically where the pro teams like to set up on this map. Gives them a lot of advantage and breaks that building down immediately. Doesn't want any cover for that team so that they can get early pick damage on. And here we go, guys. Right, Amazing trying to get some early picks. And Hogs is going to be riding on top of these buildings. Let's see how fast this point can go and be held here. Tough point to cap, though, from what I've seen in the past. Delana playing the patience game. And we have both supports in this little building here to be able to heal out of it and have a little safety gate here. Yep, as we have Psylocke coming in. This is like their little dome of healing. Okay, right, Mason going for some picks, but Afrasy gets the pick on Gasklin. On that Doctor Strange early 6v5 and a tank going down at that is rough for Team Nightmare, as Karava and Super Gomez putting on the pressure. Afrasy going in right away on Karava. Does get some health taken off, so he is going to go ahead and go into the Chamber of Healing with Loki and friends. Gaston is going to be TPing back into the fight. As SJP throws down the purple goo, they can fight right on top of it. Super Gomez, though, does have his ultimate on lock, is going to pop it, trying to get the kills, but Loki in the runestones all but negate that. He does get the Harvey kill, though. TTK gets Hogs down. Karava goes down. And it's Delana versus Rymazing here. And Rymazing goes down. That's a massive pick. And we've got a full reset here with 2 minutes left for Nightmare to get their stuff together here. Haven't even really touched the point. Super Gomez is breaking that rooftop. Doesn't want any height advantage. We do have a good amount of ults on both teams here. And you can see them all in that building. That is where they're kind of staying to heal up. And I don't know if Team Nightmare prepped for this. It looks like, obviously, Mutants strategized this to kind of give them an edge. As Delana is going with her ultimate, focusing on the DPS. Afrasy going in. Afrasy, the legend of this tournament so far, with Wolverine getting a 3-piece. And down goes Aramori and Raw Amazing at that point. Super Gomez goes down to the Psylocke. I mean, another team wipe. And, I mean, my gosh. So far, my MVP, a lot of great plays here. I think Harvey's doing great. But, man, Afrasy has gotten some crucial team wipes. They're going to have to reset. They only have a minute left at this point. They do have Rymazing's ult, which is one of the best in the game in Star-Lord. Karava does have the Resurrection as well. And we have, obviously, the Eye and support ults for Team Mutants here. The pressure is on here as Rymazing does pop his ult, does get Delana, but they all go inside the safe haven of the building. Runestones cancel almost all of that. And they counter with the SJP ultimate. At this point, it's going to be tough to get these needed picks. TTK takes down Hogs. Karava does pop his ult too. Hogs comes back, but Vinny popping his ult, followed by Gasklin's ult. But Afrasy gets the kill on Hogs. Gasklin does not get the pick as Magneto, as Wolverine is going back into Magneto, who's pretty much helpless against him. Karava does res back. There's only 15 seconds left. TTK takes down Karava. There's just no one left to contest this point. Delana gets a double wipe with only 7 seconds. Gasklin going Captain America, clinging on to desperation, trying to get back to the point as fast as possible. Super Gomez falls as well. They do touch the point in time. We do have overtime. We've seen Nightmare come back from these overtimes before. Can they do it? Gaskin does pop down the portal. We have Aramori trying to get some kills in there. Loki copying what seems to be Psylocke, getting a Psylocke ult off. Delana taking down Rymazing. Super Gomez going down, and the point was taken. There was nothing point was protected, and wow, it's a tough point to take, but I gotta say, guys, not getting even a tick of any progress bar is going to make this defense. I mean, you always want to go off defense first to see what the other team did. This is going to be a damn tough defensive hold for Nightmare. They really can't allow anything to happen, any picks, nothing, or they're going to be done. Let's see if they change up any of their defensive plans. It looks like they're staying about the same here. And this could be it, guys. Mutants could win 4-3 if they're able to get even one tick on this final point. Here we go. Carva, Super Gomez. He's back where he wants to be. Rymazing has swapped over, has not picked character quite yet. I would expect probably Moon Knight here. And they're setting up for the finals, guys. Here it is. Rymazing thinking about Psylocke. 22 seconds. Mutants have got to be on top of the world. They're playing loose now. They're playing free. They don't have to be too worried because they don't have big things. At the worst, it's an overtime tied, right? And we go to another match. Rymazing does go to Moon Knight, as we see. And here we go, guys. For the championship.
Don't forget, securing the mission area is your top priority.
Okay, we got 3 minutes. Rymazing in the back. Others on the top. Super Gomez in his position. Hogs in his place that he likes. Gasklin on top there. And immediately we got pressure to the point. Super Gomez trying to go and get a pick on Afrasy. Almost Afrasy going down. Passive does proc, but he survives and gets out of there. Right to Loki to be healed up. We now have Team Mutants getting on the point, putting pressure halfway to completion. Afrasy gets one of the takes. Gasklin down. Massive. Afrasy gets Hogs down. Afrasy carrying just the MVP. I mean, the healing's insane as well. I don't know who to credit. The point is almost there. There's almost nothing to give. They cannot get off the point. Oh my God. And just like that, Super Gomez goes down. The rest of the team, I was at least 4 left. No one was there. I'm floored. There it is, guys. Mutant doesn't allow anything, takes the cap, and just like that, down goes the 3 champion, Nightmare, and Mutant put on the map, getting first place in Season 0 to bring that Season 2 an end. Gotta say, Harvey, multiple MVPs, and I gotta see one more time, though. Let's see how this point was lost at the end. I mean, as you can see, Rymazing on the top, Carva and Aramori on the bottom, and once Super Gomez goes on point, there's just no one to follow up there. So, absolute rough finish. Not the way they wanted to see it, but huge congrats. Always cool to see new teams perform. And, man, what a final. And there it is. That's how Season 0 ends. The underdog, the Cinderella story. The Mutants take the crown. And I still think Nightmare is the team to beat with 3 in a row. But it's cool, man. It's cool to see a group of friends obviously played some competitive Overwatch. One freaking person playing on controller can take the win. And don't forget, guys, we do have a lot of these players doing mastery guides here on the channel. We got one with Hogs who did the Hulk. Rymazing will be doing magic, and of course we'll be having that Loki on here. But let me know who else we should feature on the channel for the mastery guides. If you don't want to miss it, subscribe down below. Have a good one. Have a great one. Till the next one. Happy rivaling.